Hey guys, today we're going to replace the CV axle like I showed in my previous video. The boot was split, the grease splashed all over. It's not critical because it just happened. You want to replace that ASAP. Price of the part, $180 plus taxes. Actually got a rebate of $20 because the gentleman was kind. That's cool. So first thing, before starting, remove the cap. You have a little hole right here. I already took it off. I just use a nail and propped it very gently. It's plastic, be careful. The best is to have like a little 90-degree pin. Put that in, pull from behind, but unclips very easily. And your axle nut, about 15-30 minutes before your job, or more if you can. Put a shot of WD-40 and it might save you some elbow grease, or it might save you a ratchet. So we'll let it soak and then we'll come back and go to the next phase. Okay, next step. Just got a next bit. That's a 19mm. That one was actually about $18 a piece. It's not cheap, but it's worth the shot knowing that I'm planning to do the fix myself instead of doing that in a garage. So I'll use a breaker bar and loosen that up before you leave the car, and it's pretty damn tight, so I'm gonna use a cheater as well. There we go. Okay, just the breaker bar would have been pretty tough. I want to make sure I got it. Loose, that's perfect. Then we're gonna remove the tire. I'm gonna put some angle in the tire and open that to the outside to have better access and be able to remove the CV axle, because then we'll pop that out on the inside and jog that and remove it. So I'm gonna tilt that to the outside, lift the car, secure the car, put it on parking position, and we'll go from there. Put another blocker on the back of the car, just for safety purpose. So there was, I removed it yesterday when I checked everything, was that cover right here, that little Uchiku was placed just around the CV axle here, blocking with one screw on both sides, a little nut, plastic nut, very easy to remove. That's the next nut. Remove, articulate that, take that off. That's what you need to do. So now I need to remove the back side of the CV axle. You have 6 torque screw in that. We're going to do that with using extension. And then unscrew that further and just hammer on that, just to pop it out, to push it out of the front wheel assembly. Get it out, and then we'll get it out from the back side here. Articulate that and pull that out. Okay, let's go. Okay, I did the next part off camera. It was a pain, to be honest, so make sure you put WD-40 on all your nuts. I'll try to show you the inside. Okay, you have 6 all the way around. This was a pain to get them tight, and now they're all loose. Let me show you that. I can untight everything by hand, and now I'm going to remove the CV axle. I borrowed an impact gun. It did not even work. Maybe not the best brand. Ended up using a breaker bar. It was about, I would say, maybe 15 inches long, and I was able to fit at all angle. It was tough, but I was able to fit at all angle and make it work. So, okay, so now we're going to remove the screws of the CV axle, then that front nut of the CV axle, and as you're unscrewing that, tap on it or use a hammer, and this will push it out on the other side. So I'm going to remove the other nuts first. Okay, they're all removed on the CV axle. It's no loose. Notice that I put some angle here. What I would advise is remove the nuts on the tight side, the most difficult ones first, because then the axle will be hanging on the last one. So you want to remove the easiest one at the end of it. Okay, pushed it as far as I can. Got that one removed. And that's going to be the funny part. Now we're going to free up the back further than the flange it's screwing on, so that now I don't have anything blocking, so I should be able to pop that out completely. There we go. And that's the old CV axle. Of that one, I'm going to corner check with a new one and make sure it is the same size. Hopefully, oh, that would be a mess. Okay, here's a new one. So I will mount it the same way I took it off. I will put that flange on the side of the other flange, go behind, go as far as possible, pop that one in, and then re-articulate that and put it on the flange on the other side. Some concern that I heard is that it might be leaking from the block over there. It does not. It is a plugged one. So let's go. Here we go. Nice. So you've seen I kind of put it in place. I aligned it with the opening on the other side. It was slightly crooked, but I kind of matched the location, and then I rotated that. When you rotate that, it will kind of wobble it and align it, and then it slided very easy. I got another nut, new one that came with directly with the CV axle, so that's the one I will be using. Of course, there's a plug to remove. You need a needle nose for that. Don't have a needle nose, so I will use screwdriver to. Here we go. Little cap inside. be able to put that pretty easily. Here we go. The point is to show how to do that. It's the first time for me, not the first CV axle, first time on that car, but it's been a very long time I've not done that. I want to make sure we don't forget to tighten it later. But also to explain what can happen, what kind of difficulties you can face, to try to help in the process. Here we go, number 2. Once you get both of the two of them, it should pretty much line up the rest of those. Show you quickly how it looks. The plate. I got the first 3. I'm going to put the other 3 on the other side. Then I need to tie that up to the proper torque. Same thing on the front. Then you just have to put your back cover and a wheel, and then you're good to go. So I'll do the last 3 off camera. Okay, so now that everything is tight up to spec on the CV axle on the back side, those 6 ones, and I won't provide a number, I'd rather you check your manufacturer specifications. Then we'll put back that cover. You have to articulate that, just pinch that in, just find the right gap, and there we go. Once you line up the 2 top nuts, it falls in pretty easily, and then you have the 2 little studs, and then you have those 2 plastic nuts. So then use a socket or little plier. Be gentle, they're plastic. Like a hand tight and a good half turn, and that should be enough. So then the last part is to put the wheel back in place, and don't forget, once you put the wheel and tie the nuts, then you have to tighten that one to specification. Make sure you don't forget that. You don't want to do that and crank that or tie that too hard when the car is up. Not the thing to do. You'd rather do that with the car back on the ground, applying pressure. Okay, well, for the next part, I think you know about it. Pretty easy. If you have any question, don't hesitate, and I hope it helps you guys, and give it a thumbs up. See ya, guys.